Hey, AfterBuzzers, we have so much to talk about tonight. Jackson is back. Plus, Teddy doesn't want to tell Owen about the baby, and Karev does not like Link. We've got that coming up. Plus, we have news and special segments. Don't go anywhere.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Which is perfect.
Weird song.
So weird.
But it works because we have stalker moments.
This is Owen and Amelia's theme song.
Yes, super stalker.
I'm surprised
family
this wasn't
theme song.
playing in the background.
Actually, it would have made it way better.
So weird.
Writers.
So much better, right?
Like, they have so many better things to do, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Totally save lives.
Like, don't miss work.
Okay. Hey guys, thank you for joining us tonight. I am your host, LMarie, and I have my co-host with me here.
Hey guys, Chelsea Sark-Jones.
Hey guys, Krista here.
So, what were you guys' overall thoughts about this episode?
I like this episode. Yeah, it was just kind of not a lot of action, which usually I feel like either there's 25 patients dying
Right.
or which was kind of a nice change of pace.
Yeah,
but
it was
overall, it felt a little filler. Yeah, but which wasn't bad. We got a lot of just like doctors outside of out of the hospital, which doesn't happen a lot. So it was a change of pace.
I think it definitely was a setup episode for a big episode next week.
100%.
Yeah.
Is how I felt. It was all laying out, and then when we saw the next time, it was like, oh, it's gonna get real.
Well, the drama is coming next
Yeah,
week.
so I think it just like laid the
needed this.
groundwork
Yeah.
for a bigger episode.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to get into it, talk about Jackson coming back. Oh, the way he left was so shady. Teddy and Owen and Amelia, all of that, plus our special segments and our news. So we're going to get into it right now. So we'll start with Owen and Amelia. And Amelia's crazy ways.
She is full-on mama bear.
Like, full-fledged.
Yes.
Like, it just kicked in kind
0
of like out
to
of
100.
nowhere. Yeah.
And you know it's sweet because I mean she's kind of channeling back into how Amelia, like 17-year-old Amelia was. So it's like she's smart enough to know, but it's just like you kind of have to like let him go and trust
Yeah.
him.
But she's like
Granted,
thrown
she-
into it last
yeah,
minute. So.
yeah, she's learning as she goes. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was definitely I can't. Like the baby's in the car. Is it hot? Like,
Right?
like what are you doing?
Is the AC on? They roll the window down.
Gas
It's
is
so
running.
good.
Like what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Owen is hungry. He's eating all of Leo's snacks.
Oh yeah,
what's
sure. She
happening?
ordered takeout. Like,
Yeah, the food's coming. Where?
They look like predators just sitting outside the school.
Yeah.
The
Well,
vice
even the
principal
vice
comes
principal was
Right.
like, "Yo, you guys gotta get."
It's kind of weird,
What's
right?
happening here? Like, it's, we have kids here. What are you adults doing here?
Yeah.
It's just staking out.
2 adults and a baby.
But you know, I did find it strange. The whole thing was strange, but I did find it strange when the vice principal did come up, and they can't say what they are. And I thought
That's-
they
yeah.
already kind of established
They
that they're
tried,
doing
but
the thing.
yeah, I think
but
they're
they
doing-
can't say that word together.
I know.
Like, I thought that was weird.
I feel like that's
They-
the writers doing that to us because Teddy's about to throw a big wrench into everything. So it's But again, it'd be more dramatic if they did. But I don't know. Neither of them
I think
can. Like
they
even
are
her,
still in a figuring it
Yeah.
out kind of.
Well, I don't
because
know.
she's supposed to be there temporarily, and she keeps
Yeah.
going back home for more clothes.
Yeah.
And
when they had that discussion about like not riding a motorcycle without a helmet, like that's what I thought. Like, okay, yeah, we're actually doing this, and so like now that it seems like they're not like. I don't know. I was just a little bit confused.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were
guess-
full in.
I guess
Yeah.
maybe that's just like, you divorce someone and now you're doing it again
Right.
and there's 2 kids into the mix.
Random kids. I
You're
guess.
not sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess
yeah.
it's confusing.
Maybe like we're gonna try to do this together, meaning raise the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But figure us out as we go. Maybe.
I guess.
It's just so complicated.
Because like when she came home towards the end of the episode, she's like, "Oh, I think I'll be staying at Owen's a little longer." Like,
Yeah.
you know, that insinuates like, "Oh, I think things are growing, things are getting better."
Yeah.
We just
Like,
haven't
we're just
had
not there
the
yet.
full, it's
Yeah.
a lot, so we'll let them. It's
so
about to be a
much.
lot more.
It's so much.
But
So
yes,
sad.
also a quick second, I wanted to tell you guys about all the different genres we have in our YouTube page. So, hey AfterBuzzers, our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows. From dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more, there is no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out all of our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Yay.
And,
So, yeah.
Yeah, and for those of you listening on iTunes, make sure you guys give us a rating and give us that 5 stars.
Woo.
And you can also check us out on Spotify now.
Woo,
if
that's
you,
exciting.
Yeah, are more of a Spotify user than Apple, go ahead and check us out there.
Woo.
I wanted to say this about Amelia and Owen's situation before we move on. With Betty, and she looked like she was going to leave the school, and then Owen stopped her, but I felt like, see what she's gonna do.
I know, he was too quick.
That was way too
Catch
quick.
her in the
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
then
It
she
could have
was
been
just
a
like-
simple ditch, you know. She is in high school. Like, it could have just been, let's go
Going to get
hang
mac
out.
dons or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it could have been, let's go.
It could have.
You don't know.
Now we'll
So,
never know.
Yeah, you'll
Thanks,
never
Owen.
know. And now she's on to you guys, watching her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of thought she would be like a brat when she got into the
Yeah.
car. Like, why are you guys watching me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like he did it so quick too, because he was like, "I need to take over for Amelia, or she's gonna ruin this girl's life." They're gonna go at it in the school parking lot.
Right.
Yeah.
I would have went up there and given her that snatch, like, let's go. We're just
So
gonna go
Owen was just
home.
like, "Dad move."
Yeah.
She's like,
Let me protect you from Mama Bear.
Yeah.
because before she goes crazy.
Exactly.
I mean, I honestly, I think Betty is on a better path. I think she's doing well. She's gonna be okay. But it's just like, if you're trying to catch someone in the act, let them try to do the act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that's how cops do it.
Yeah.
Like, they actually wait for the
They
money
wait
to
Right,
until
and
the evidence
and
is
then
in
they
front of them.
And they
Yeah.
all hop out of the van.
Learn,
Exactly.
guys. Come on.
Right?
They need to wire one of her friends.
Exactly. Okay, so poor Teddy. Let's just talk about poor Teddy.
This drama.
I don't know if I feel bad for her.
Oh,
I can't believe I do, but I just can't believe they've been able to string this out as long as they have. I thought for
True.
sure Owen
True.
would have found out by now. This is not typical
True.
Grey's Anatomy
yeah.
behavior.
Well, it's going to now because only one person knew.
Yes,
Now there's
that's
another
true,
person
and now
that
it's
knows, so now
trickling.
it's starting to grow. It's like gonna spread.
What a mess.
Wildfire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I loved what Mare said about how her dad was kept away, and I love how she
Yeah.
brought it to both situations. And she's like, I was kept away from my dad because my mom hated him so much. And the difference is your daughter or son's going to go looking for their dad one day and find out he's this really great guy.
Yeah.
And then it's going to upset them both, which is so true. I wasn't
very
thinking of
true,
it like
yeah.
that
Yeah.
before. I was just like, you know, you got to do you. But, like, that's going to be not only an
Yeah,
issue for
no.
him, for her.
Yeah,
him.
I mean, see, my issue with Teddy is I don't think I ever really found her likable to really begin with. Like,
Yeah,
there's nothing
she
about
has-
her that was just like, oh yeah, like she's great. And then like, for her to even consider to just go back to Germany and not tell Owen, like, it doesn't matter if you guys are gonna be together or not. Like, that. Why?
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
Especially if you're keeping the kid and you know
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
happening and the kid's going to be around.
Yeah, like it's like, to Meredith's point, what are you going to tell a child about their father? Like, you can't just.
And what kid isn't going to want to know eventually?
Yeah.
Come
Exactly.
18 or
Yeah.
before that
Or
with
even
the
before
internet,
that,
they're going to
yeah.
find him. It's
Like,
not going to be
where's
hard.
my dad?
Yeah.
You know?
So I don't know. I don't like it. And then I was really irritated with Meredith because I felt like she was pushing her into Owen's arms. Like,
Yeah.
when she's not being like protecting the sister code and girl code with Amelia
Because they're
still.
technically together, and it felt like she
Yeah.
was trying to make it look less than it. I guess
it
they
did feel
haven't
that way.
established, so she doesn't
Yeah,
know.
maybe Meredith
But-
doesn't know
Yeah.
because she, like I said, again, when at the end when Amelia's like, "Oh, I'll be at Owen's a little bit longer," Meredith looks surprised,
Yeah.
kind of shocked, like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like I would have at least told Teddy, like, look, you definitely need to tell Owen, but don't expect a relationship out
Yeah,
of it.
true.
Like, and I feel like Meredith kind of didn't, like, she kind of made it seem as if, yeah, maybe you guys still might have a chance type
I
of
think,
thing.
Yeah.
I think she like was on the fence. She kind of was on both sides of
Yeah,
that
yeah.
because she was kind of pushing it that way. But then again, every time she talk about the child, you know, like at one point Teddy was saying that, you know, oh, once I tell him, he'll finally choose me, but I don't know if it's out of obligation or if he really wants me. And then Meredith said, you're not telling him for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're telling him for
the
that
kid.
child.
Yeah.
So it's like, so in that stance, it's like, okay, well, then she's not trying to really push her, you know, into Owen like that. But it's not so much like if I like or dislike Teddy, but I do feel bad for her, just for her story and her relationship with Owen, how it has been like, you love this person, but you're never the chosen one with him. You know what I mean? But at the same time, how long do you put yourself in that position?
Exactly.
But I still feel a little bit bad. Like, you've always been there. You're trying, you know, you guys have this, like, you know, that cross lovers kind of thing. Like, it just doesn't work, you know?
Yeah.
And their story, it goes back forever. You know, they've been friends. So even if it's like, I don't know, just in respect to the friendship you've had for how many years and everything you've been through together, like, you tell him. I don't know. That's just something you can't, especially from a good guy. It's not like it's some deadbeat alcoholic that, like, wouldn't even remember after you told him.
Or you feel like your child would be in danger if
it's
he
a guy
knew,
who really
like,
wanted kids, and
That's selfish on your part for both, and you're affecting, you know, the father and like we said, the child, because they both have a right to know about each other and be in each other's lives.
And that's like you're about to be a mom, so every decision you make affects that child. So
And I think her seeing Meredith with the kids also, like, kind of put things in perspective. And like, Meredith's doing baking cookies for the kids and all this stuff. So, like, I think being around her in that way also, like, made her realize that this is the child, not her. So.
Yeah. That is true.
Also, those, like, they only made 12 cookies.
Those, and first of all, they did not turn out, those were massive ice cream scoops. I'm like, is she making brownies?
Those were huge cookies.
And then Teddy went home with a bag of cookies. So I'm like, how many cookies are going
That's
to
what
the
I'm
bake
saying.
sale?
Because when she was
really
scooping them, there was not going to be any batter left for
And they
maybe
also ate a cookie. So, like, I don't know. The things I think about.
Yeah.
I didn't even pay attention to that.
Abby in the chat said she admitted, though, that she loves him, and I've waited years to hear that. That's true. That's, like, the first time we've actually heard her straight up say,
like, she loves him.
I don't hate him. Because, you don't. You
don't.
love him.
It's like, you know, you hate him. It's that love-hate. You know what I mean? Like, you hate him because you can't be with him. Things are just not working out. And now you have this child growing inside of you. It's that frustrating. Frustration, like, I hate you. But
also, you guys slept together how many times when you don't hate him?
Yeah.
You don't hate him.
You don't hate him.
Yeah.
Like I said, but that's that, you know, I don't know. But I think we've all kind of been in situations
I
hate
love you so much, I hate you.
Those are the worst.
She's hormonal. It's fine.
Right? Just let her have her moment.
So bad.
Well, speaking of people having their moments, Jackson needed one. And he needed to get away. He almost pulled an April on Maggie.
Coincidence.
Right? Which was so, like, I was watching the episode when he left, and I was like, Jackson, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. It's just, like, for him to just leave with no excuse or no reasoning or whatever. And, like, when she said, I don't get why he's sending me trees. Like, no. If you're going to leave, like, don't.
Look at nature.
Yeah, like, no, screw you. Like, I don't want to hear that. I want to know why you left and what's going on.
Yeah.
And why it was so abrupt.
Yeah.
I think he's oblivious.
He is.
To, like, how she's feeling.
Yeah.
He's so caught up in what just happened to him and, like, the life questions he's going through that he's just like, she's fine, you know, I sent her a voicemail and picture of a tree, she's good. So when he got home, I was kind of like, really, you're not going to talk about this more?
And then you just pop up. She sees you for the first time at work.
I would be like, excuse me.
Yeah.
You don't want to come see me?
Yeah. And then, like, let's go to dinner. Like, wait, what?
Well, and I think she made it kind of easy on him at the end, too. For as upset she was, you guys need to talk.
It was totally brushed to the side.
Because
Totally.
now it's going to come up later because she was just like, well, you know what, I'm still really upset about that time you just left and, like, forgot about
it then.
Yeah.
And then while she was talking to Cece, the matchmaker, she's still in the hospital because she's waiting on a heart donor. I thought there was, like, a breakthrough with Maggie. Like, you know, she was, like, asking her all these questions. Well, what's your big question? And everything kind of had to do with Jackson. And she was like, well, no, what is it about, you know, yourself? And then so I thought she kind of like, oh, I know now. And I thought she was going to take that in. She put it more towards her work, but I thought she was going to realize that relationship-wise, what she wants, what she will and will not deal with, and address that with him. And she just kind of...
But it was typical. I feel like that's a typical Maggie move to be like, you know what? I'm here for my career. I'm just gonna focus. So I think she just like put a lot of that energy into her work. Which is gonna eat away at her later.
Maggie and Jackson are gonna fall apart.
Yeah.
Which is good because we're not really Here for
I
it.
haven't been invested yet. And when they start to get me, like, try to get me invested, something like this happens.
and
And
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
I was
let it
gonna
go.
say I wasn't opposed to it until he left, and now I'm like, it makes no sense to me.
maybe
Like,
Jackson's the problem.
I think Jackson is the
No,
problem.
he's too beautiful.
He's
He's
too beautiful to be an issue.
I take it back.
But still, like we said, the way that Maggie handled both of them, because it took you the whole day to apologize.
Yeah.
Also, you know what I mean? Like, you come back and you're so, like, still wrapped up in work. It's like, well, where do I fit in this picture with you?
Mm-hmm.
And then he also was still planning on leaving after that surgery.
That's what, exactly.
Like, he wasn't trying to, like, he wasn't going to be here. Like, he planned on leaving and was talking, I might go to Santa Barbara and, like, all this stuff. It's like, what the heck, dude? Like, if you're going to, like, at least invite Maggie for a night. Like, what are you
Something.
doing?
Yeah, girl needs a vacation.
Yeah, it's just a couple
not the
states
only
away.
doctor.
Like, come on. But yeah, I just...
People are so just Mikey. I don't care about Jaggy. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people feel the same way. I love Jackson, just hate Maggie. J-April forever. I was in a good mood up until the end of the episode. Prison life. Yeah, I miss J-April. I know,
Yeah,
we feel
we
you.
all
We're
love
all,
J-April.
it's conflicting.
No
It
more
is.
J-April. But, like, we don't need Jaggy. And I was just about to say, I was like, oh, we don't have a name for them. Like,
I know,
what's their name?
Jaggy, yeah.
That's kind of cute.
Kind of.
It works.
Yeah, it is.
It's no J-April.
It's hip.
Right.
It works.
It's no J-April. Let's touch on, like, the interns and everybody real quick. DeLuca, Helm, Glasses, a.k.a. Schmidt. That's
What
his
is
real
these
name.
interns?
What are they about?
If you
I don't
look
like
away
the
for 1
interns.
minute,
Yeah.
someone almost dies or dies.
Right. And what level is DeLuca? Did he just put him in charge? Did Richard
He's
put him in
a
charge?
he's a
of them,
year
or-
above them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a year above. But I'm not into these interns. I haven't been into the interns
Yeah.
ever
It's,
since
I literally
Matt, like,
think it's
Meredith
yes,
was intern.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like-
we got Joe and them. I got
Yeah, they
into
were okay. Yeah, I
yeah.
kind of got into them a little
But
bit.
it's just so hard because we also have heard so much of Joe's story, and she's like in a relationship with one of the OGs.
Yeah.
And it's just we've had time to invest in her where they don't barely give these people any storylines.
Yeah.
They're just like filler
the goofs.
characters.
They're,
Yeah.
they're like but they're not funny to me.
No.
No, I'm not buying. I don't like them. And
So it's hard.
I thought so. Glasses is gay.
Yeah. Well, Schmidt apparently.
I
Yeah.
guess. Or is he trying to
Is
figure
it-
it
yeah.
out? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
I think
yeah,
he's
it's like-
liking the looks he's getting from what's the doctor?
Dr. Kim.
Dr.
Yeah.
Kim.
So I think he's like, this is cool, but he hasn't like addressed it yet.
Yeah,
but maybe
so,
he
like,
is.
He did hook up with someone, right?
Yeah, Joe.
No.
Yeah.
Was it
Or
Joe?
Meredith.
No, it was Joe.
It was
yeah.
Joe.
Yeah,
Joe.
and it was like, it was bad.
Yeah.
If anyone, yes. So maybe that's him being like, I'm not. It's not
Okay.
in
Yeah,
the
this
cards
is
I
for
was
me.
always
Yeah.
really curious because, like, when Dr. Kim came along and he was really flirty, I was like, wait,
Yeah.
so he's into it?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't tell.
And now I'm like, well, what are we doing with this with Schmidt and Dr. Kim? Because then it's like, okay, meet me at the bar. Buy me a drink. You owe me a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shows up, and then it's like, oh, hey. And you totally kind of ignore him.
So maybe
So where are we
Dr.
going with
Kim's in
this?
the same page, and he's like, am I? I don't know, but you're throwing the signals to
yeah.
Schmidt. You're the one.
And then
Totally.
what's Dr. Kim's deal? Like, I feel
We
like he's
saw him
had
for
like
5 seconds.
3
Right.
lines
Yeah.
since
Know
he's
him.
been here season
Yeah.
1, like, or for
He's
the
there
season.
for, I think, just to fill a quota with more doctors. And
Diversity.
diverse it
Yeah.
up. Because their storyline was 2 seconds at the end.
Yeah, I
And
didn't.
I think people are missing because that was such a huge part of earlier Grays, especially with like Arizona and Cali. And I don't know, maybe that's what they're hoping ends up being with them, like, you know.
Yeah, maybe that
But
girl. I don't know.
I need some more.
I don't
They need to
understand what
develop
he's.
them some more. Like, we really don't know much about them.
Yeah.
And then it's like you bring in these 2 doctors at the same time, and your focus is more on Link than the other doctor. Like, we really
Yeah,
don't,
we're
we don't
learning
even
a
know
bit
this
about
person.
him, yeah.
Why
It's
do we
still just
have
Dr. Kim.
Why do we have Dr. Kim?
Who is Dr. Kim?
Who is
Right?
Dr. Kim?
That should be a segment. We're trying to find out.
Piece his life together.
Right. Oh my God. Let's go ahead and talk about Link since we just brought him up.
Yeah.
Man, him and Karev.
Yeah,
are
that
not
was
really getting along.
no.
I should have known. Like, Karev is not the same guy he was in the beginning. And I read it as him being jealous of the relationship
Oh,
they
totally.
had.
Same.
And then when he came out and he, like, said what it was really about, I was like,
Duh.
Yeah.
boy,
Right?
you were such a good
And I
husband.
felt bad
yeah,
that
I felt bad.
Judged
Doubted him.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I cannot believe I thought you had
Same.
jealous.
I thought
you know?
you were that's so low of you.
And then when he said it, I was like, I love you.
Yeah.
You're such a changed man.
Yeah.
I mean, they tease us with it because when Weber, he noticed it, and he was like, you know, I didn't like it when Catherine and Karasik, you know, I found out they were old friends, and then he's just like, whatever, you know, brushing it off, you know, like you don't want to hear that, things like that. But then, so we, you know, they have a surgery together, Karev and Link, and he just like doesn't even want to hear him talking. He changes the subject while Lincoln's talking, and it's like, oh, Karev, you really have a problem. But then we find out that it was more so like, okay, well, if you were her brother, if you were her best friend, and you're like a nice sized guy, why didn't you protect her?
Yeah,
why
did Paul get so out of control? Which was a totally, you're her husband now, and you like had to go through all of that aftermath with her. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, because
such a good guy.
Yeah, because she made it also seem as if she had no one to look after her, and so when he comes around and it's like all buddy, it's like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah,
like well, where were you?
Yeah, I
no
totally
one she
get that.
Come to with the truth, apparently.
Yeah.
Which is what it's like in those situations.
But and I was gonna say with Link's explanation, it's like, well, that's a good point as well, especially with women in relationships. Sometimes they may not show you everything that's going on, you know what I mean, and kind of like it's okay, and maybe
you don't know what goes on.
Yeah, you don't know
behind
what goes
closed
on
doors.
And pushes you away. Like that was one of the things Joe said, and then her ex-husband's wife, when she was like, I have no friends, like he isolated, you know, so that's
and they
why.
met. He was like, I've met the guy and I read him. He was bad. I didn't like him.
And
but how was he supposed to know that she was like getting
really
beat
stop
up?
Her. You know, you can't stop her. You know?
And especially since you don't know the actual graphic details.
And then he also mentioned like he didn't want me around. So like obviously he got into Joe's head as to like, you know, this isn't a guy that you should be hanging out with so much. So I mean, he wasn't there for it. But it makes me wonder, too, like, when Karev did confront him, like, how much did he know about, you know, like, like, if he didn't know about it prior, then how much does he know about it now?
Yeah.
You know?
Like, also, because he was, like, maybe just, like, that's true. I guess we're just supposed to infer that.
And
so
disappeared.
He wouldn't have known.
So I don't know.
Maybe that's why. Maybe when they first met up, that's like details we didn't see. That she was like, I left because X, Y, and Z. Right.
I'm joking.
That was them getting coffee this morning.
So that's what they talked about.
This is my name
at the Starbucks.
I hope that works. Yeah, like I said, I'm glad that it was not out of jealousy.
Yeah. I totally thought it was.
I felt so bad for thinking it was.
I mean,
stand-up guy.
But like I also kind of understood where he may have come from. Like if this is a friend of yours and we've been and we're married now, and you've never even mentioned him, and it's like I'm like, well, wait a minute, who is this?
And
like
I would have been. You guys are super chummy.
You're getting coffee. You've got inside jokes.
I'd be like, ha ha ha. No.
Right?
No.
What is this?
Everyone in the chat they like Link. Favorite new character. Some people said I wasn't, but now this new episode won me over. I am liking Link. I think he's going to be a big character.
He's growing on me.
And I think going back to like the interns, because they've attached him to a character that's like been around for a while, he's more intriguing as opposed to these interns who have like no real connect. Like you know, they're just there.
There's
like
no connection.
And we're going to get more storyline from him. Backstory.
Yeah.
What I don't want though is because he flirts with Meredith a lot. I don't want that. He's not.
No, I don't know. I feel like they're setting that up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Good.
They need to find a love for her outside of the hospital.
Yeah.
Like,
Keep been there, done that. Yeah. It did not work out.
Yeah, it didn't work. And we were kind of getting there. She had a good first date. It went left at the end, but that's fine. Yeah. She broke the ice. Yeah. You know, so maybe we'll see more dates.
She needs a stay-at-home daddy is what she needs.
That would be nice. Yeah. But do you think she'd be like, I'm better than you?
No, I think she'd be great with it. He'd be knowing how to preheat
an oven. He would have to kind of be like the guy that she met, like where he's very successful, but he has free time.
Yeah, like online business. Yeah. He did real well in the stock market. You know, something chill.
Something like that.
Because he still has to have some type of power.
Won the Mega Millions.
She'd be like walking all over him, right?
I agree.
That would not work.
Yeah.
But let's see, where did I want to go to next? I had it in my head, and then it kind of just disappeared. So we'll talk about the little kid. Was it Rafi? Oh, poor little thing.
Yeah.
So Jackson meets him on one of his excursions. They say they were in Oregon.
Yeah, they were hiking.
Hiking,
Jackson,
and
he was wherever the trees are. Yeah. That's where he is.
Trees
but
are, So he runs into this child and the father. And the little boy has a disorder, like a bone disorder in his back. You know, they said that they had tested it for cancer before. There was no cancer found. So Jackson wanted to operate, of course. You know, he's a plastic surgeon, and he knows, like, we have the best doctors around.
Yeah.
Like, I have a team that can really help you. And then he comes back, like I said earlier, he was just so into his work, not even paying attention to Maggie. So he was so into helping this little boy. And then he was able to, they started operating on him, and then he found cancer, or a cancerous muscle cells or something like that. So then he started to feel bad again. You know what I mean? I feel like, oh, he's going to run away, like, right now.
Which, leave it to Jackson to go away, and then he's going to find himself on this trip, and then comes back with a patient.
Right.
Which typical Jackson.
Right? And because he was finding himself, and then he found the cancer in the kid, and it was going to take away, like, basically the kid's abilities to do anything.
It
like,
actually ended up being worse.
Yeah. So I was like, oh.
You know, it was nice the moment that Maggie and him had together. Well, it kind of was like, is he even listening to her?
Right.
No.
Actually, it wasn't nice. It was,
no.
We like had that epiphany of, you know, we could save his, you know, lifestyle, but also take care of the cancer. But I'm sorry, it just dawned on me, and we could get back. Obviously, we'll get back to the cancer. But would he have come back if he hadn't found this kid?
Probably not. Not yet.
Right?
He probably would have
Not.
finished out his leave of absence.
Yeah.
Because he had plans. He was going to go to,
keep
Yosemite?
going
I
other
don't know.
places.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, he probably wouldn't even
But
come
that's
back.
because that's where he's supposed to be. Jackson is a doctor, so he couldn't be gone for more than a couple days without, you know, finding
2
someone
episodes.
to fix.
Yeah, true. But that's why he just popped up at the hospital and didn't see Maggie first, because he wasn't even there for her. Yeah, this needs to end.
Yeah. He's obviously not into it either. If
No.
he's just like, okay, bye.
Yeah. Hey, bye. I'm gone. I'm sorry. I'm back. No, it does
Yeah.
not work that way.
Yeah.
But then, like I just said, he was able to save the kid, to save Rafi, which was amazing.
It was
So I'm
sweet.
Like, oh,
Yeah, even the dad, him and the dad,
The
their little
s'mores
connection
thing?
with the
Yeah.
s'mores.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Touched me.
I liked that.
I didn't want to
Give me the
share my
s'more,
dessert,
right?
but
have
that
sugar.
s'more saved my life.
kid's life.
That could have been a Who Served the Cure.
Oh. Save it. We'll
Yeah,
just
okay,
say it
we'll
again.
do it again.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
It was sweet. And yeah, that was a nice little, that was a heartwarming thing, for sure.
It was.
It was. And it bonded Karev and Link, too, at the same time.
Yeah.
It did, yeah. And I like that about Link, that he confronted Karev about it.
Me too.
Because it was like, okay, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
Which
There's-
I
what's the
like
problem
about
you have
Link. He
here?
did that with Weber too, and he was like, "I mean, it's fine. Let's go get a drink. You can't drink. Come to the pub." Like,
Yeah.
he just is straightforward.
Yeah, he doesn't hide behind anything. I like that.
So
I do like that.
So like I said, Link is growing on me.
Yeah.
So we have Bailey, poor little Bailey.
Bailey.
She's going through it. She has like some highs, and then she just hit a low towards the end of the episode.
Yeah.
But we will talk about her and her amazing ways, because she was, AKA she used to be the Nazi. Coming in,
I hope
getting
that Bailey was
everybody,
classy.
right? That old Bailey getting everybody together. So when we have this patient, Nina, that comes in, and she read all about Meredith and wanted to come see Meredith because she just felt like she'll be able to find out what's wrong with me, because she's been having stomach issues. No doctor can figure out what's
Which
wrong.
I like that storyline, because that probably happens to so many people.
Oh, yeah. And it's always like, oh, you just had this.
And then it ends up being
Or they
something
think you're
serious.
crazy.
So I really
what
liked
she
that.
thought, yeah.
Yeah, like, and at some point, Joe is like, should I call psych? And it's like, oh,
And she's like, no, you won't.
And then she starts talking about killing herself. I'm like, maybe she should
Right,
call
she's like, oh,
psych.
maybe.
I don't know. This
But
isn't going well.
But I like how Bailey got her, Nina, the patient, got her together, because she was, I want Meredith. It's I made Meredith. That's basically where
Meredith
Bailey
is
was.
my
product. She's of me, so I can fix you too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe better. I am the master.
I always
of
like
this.
when they kind of like touch back onto like the original, like
Which they
the first
should,
couple
because
seasons and
Meredith
bring it
is
back.
this like
Yeah.
Harper Avery, like this award-winning doctor, and Miranda's their superior. She's the one that
Yeah.
trained these doctors,
All
and
of
it's
them,
like
yeah.
she's a badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We need to
Make them who
remember
they
that.
are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. They've gotten away from. Like, the attention isn't on the interns anymore, because, like, the main cast members, they have all, excelled in their careers. They're growing and, and getting higher positions. So we focus on them more. They don't really focus on the interns like that,
Yeah.
because it's like no one even leading them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
They're
Like,
unsupervised
who-
at all
yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Because even when Meredith and their crew, you know, started becoming attendings and things. I think it was like, right when they became attendings. Was this with Joe's class? They were still like nurturing them, and we so that's probably also why we're able to kind of invest in them a little bit. Because these interns, like, no one's teaching them. No one.
They're just running around.
Yeah, just
doing
things.
stuff, killing people on accident.
But then Bailey's having a little bit of trouble.
Yeah,
you know, trying to diagnose this woman, and it's like, okay, well, we have run every test. And then she's the patient is like, well, I'm not leaving.
Yeah, go
find out. Go find Meredith or something. I'm not leaving. I know that there's something wrong with me. So she packs a sandwich because she said she would always, because it was stomach issues, she would always fast just to make sure, like, I guess they could see everything. Nothing was in the way if they needed to do an ultrasound. But actually turns out the wrong thing to do. Because once she ate, they were able to, find the pain, figure out what was wrong.
I mean, but wouldn't that be one of the questions? I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I can't judge.
Like, question number one,
but,
does it hurt when you eat?
Yeah, like, what happens after
you eat something and see what happens?
Like, after, I was like, wait a minute. What?
When she was bringing that up with the lunchbox, I was like, this is all going to come back.
Yeah, true.
Like, this is a thing.
Yeah. We're going to figure it out because you eat that sandwich.
I thought it was going to happen like that first bite. I was like, boom.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, maybe she doesn't like ham. Like, maybe it's a
maybe
ham.
you're just gluten intolerant. I don't know.
I don't know.
Gluten-free. You know, check that bread.
Yeah.
But I did like that she was like, no, I am staying until you figure out what's wrong with me. And I feel like I've been reading a lot of stories in the news lately about, especially with like postnatal and postpartum and stuff like that, when women like know there's something wrong and they dismiss them anyways.
Yeah, it's like postpartum.
Yeah, and it's like, I thought that was great when she's like, no, there is something wrong, and if I leave, like, I know it's only going to get worse. And I guess
you know
she,
your body.
Yeah, and she, you know, was starting to like hurt herself or whatever when after a while. But like, I wonder if Bailey and who was it, Joe, like knew like, okay, we should treat her like, or we should continue on with this or whatever. So I thought I liked that she was like very in demand of like this. You're gonna figure it out because there is something wrong.
Initiative for her own health, which you got to do.
Yeah, fight for yourself. No one else will.
But I liked at the end that we finally Bailey admitted that what was actually because Bailey's been doing this job for a long time and she's been under heck of a lot more stress than this in the past. So I was like, what is really getting at her that this is so overwhelming? And I like I like that she admitted her husband's job is like putting a toll on her.
Yeah, it was like earlier in the episode, like when she was trying to figure out whatever her and Joe are working on right now, and she was like process of elimination. I was like, I felt like it was a foreshadow. I was like, I don't know for what, but this seems like, because you guys aren't
trying
focused
to figure out
on
what's
this
wrong.
issue right now.
Yeah.
So like I know this is going to lead someplace else, but then it was like, so she did it for herself, like, let's do a process of elimination of all the things that stress me out. I have removed these things. I'm still stressed.
Left?
And I didn't really like Joe's response to her.
Okay, I was thinking
was nothing.
Yeah. It like had nothing to do with what Bailey is actually upset about.
She's not
and
worried
I think
that he's
Bailey
not there
got
for her.
that.
Yeah.
I know we're goals, but my husband literally runs into fires every day.
Like,
how do I fix that?
See you in the morning.
Exactly. Like, just
bye.
Your
bye.
husband's 2 feet away, chilling behind a desk.
Right.
Scalpel. Yeah.
He's cool. We know he's cool. Like, it's like not hearing from him is more so like, I don't know if he's alive.
Yeah.
Versus I don't know if, does he want to talk to me? Like,
he's not, like, did she think he was cheating? Like, no.
I for sure was just like, wait, where are you going with this, Joe?
I was like, Joe, I wanted to, like, get in the TV.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Joe?
She's worried about his life.
But what would you have, I don't know what I would have said.
You just have to be like, he's doing what he loves, and you just have to have faith that he's going to come home every day.
Yeah. Right there.
Okay.
I mean, there's really no like straight. It's gonna worry anyone, but like you can't. What do you say when someone's husband's like in the war, a police officer,
and something like that? You kind of want to keep it kind of short,
light. You don't want to be like, oh my god, it's gonna be a-okay, because you don't know.
You don't know. So, you just have to have faith.
It always, like, when they wrote him off for Station 19, it always made me wonder, like, why are they getting rid of this character? But I guess it was to challenge Bailey, I guess, in a sense, to, like, develop her character a little bit differently. Because, I liked him on Grey's.
I did, too.
So I was a little bit sad that he left, but, like, I guess it was to benefit her character development in a sense.
Yes, I agree. Someone, Lauren G in the chat, wants us, before we finish, to talk about Amelia finally opening up about Christopher and her future.
Yes.
Thank you, Lauren, because I forgot about that.
I forgot about that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her actually saying his name, saying it, out loud. Because that's a big thing too. When you
I
have an
forget
issue,
that
like,
happened to her
yeah,
because
yeah.
she doesn't address it.
She doesn't
and
talk
yeah,
about it
and I
much.
like that it was also Owen was like, I can't believe that what we're doing right now is why we got a divorce. And she was like, well, first tumor.
Yeah.
But then she was like, I forget that she obviously has these fears about having more kids because of that. So her doing what she's doing right now is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really sweet moment, and it was hard because we had just come off of Meredith and Teddy, and then Teddy kind of felt like comfortable with going to Owen about it, and then we see Amelia and Owen getting closer with this. So I was just like, oh, like they're progressing, but it's just gonna go a few steps back.
Yeah.
A week, so it sucks.
I know, that's why it sucks watching this go down, because you're like, there's gonna be that bomb, and what's everything's gonna go everywhere.
The collateral damage.
Because if you look at it outside of the issue with Teddy, them having that moment and her talking about Christopher, and then it's like, well, maybe if they decide to actually do this and take this further, not to say that maybe she may or may not try again to have her own child, but she will also embrace Leo a little bit more. She interacts with him a lot, but her focus is more so on Betty.
On the daughter.
So it's like maybe she will start to kind of give a little bit more of that attention to Leo as well.
I agree.
But then once we find out about Teddy, we don't know what Amelia's going to do.
Yeah, I don't
know how long she's going to be around. Owen.
Owen's going to have a big decision to make.
I feel like it's more, I feel like it's more on Owen than it is on Amelia. Like, they weren't together when Teddy and Owen slept together, so she has no right to be upset.
Right.
And she kind of pushed him away anyways.
True.
And then, like, if I were Amelia, I would stay. But I think that's Owen's. It's definitely Owen's choice.
I would
It's Owen's
stay,
choice,
but I'd be
you still
worried.
I was going to say, you still have some feelings about that because that's going to be his biological child.
Yeah, like, does
and
he
they
wish he
have
was with
history.
Teddy?
Yeah, so she may want to just fall back just because I don't even want to deal with all of the maybes and what ifs of this situation.
And that's like something she'd have to deal with for the next forever. He's got a kid with a different lady, and she's always going to be like,
that is forever. Everyone always likes CLL. 18 years. No,
that's
forever.
till you die.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I don't know.
It's hard. I know. It's ultimately his decision.
I want them to work out.
I know.
So
I have been watching. I've liked watching this grow again. So it's hard.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of like Team Amelia and Owen.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Currently, yes.
What would their name be? That would be a hard one. Omelia?
Tamelia? I don't know.
Omi.
Amedi. If the chat has a name.
Some suggestions, guys.
Chat. Like, give us a name
Let
for
us
Owen.
We need a
and
couple
Amelia.
names.
Yeah. Because we're team that.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are. Let's get into our segment of Who Served the Cure.
Yes.
All right. So, who wants to go first with the cure?
I'll go first.
Okay, cool.
I mean, mine's more of a funny thing. When DeLuca, Link, and Richard were playing and singing in the bar, and they had their groupie older women kind of watching on, I was like, this is awesome.
Yes.
I thought it was really cute, and I love seeing Richard sing, and it was a really sweet.
I liked it. Yeah.
And coming off of Richard kind of telling DeLuca I'm hard on you because I know that you got it in you, and I thought. That was a nice,
I like
nice
their
moment.
moments.
Yeah,
they had good moments.
And I was like, okay, Richard. With the
yeah,
singing.
that sultry
Okay.
voice.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, chat reminded me it's Amelia.
Oh,
Yeah.
Amelia.
Which,
Okay.
now that they say that, I remember it. I just haven't really used it much. I guess.
But
Thank you, chat.
Okay.
Mine would be, it's again her Mare's voiceovers at the end. Her little monologues, but. It was long, but the end of it, where we have an innate instinct to take care of each other, we can only take care of ourselves for so long. Some problems are way too big to carry on our own. And I was like, that's sweet. And also true, because it's a total tie-in to Teddy and her trying to do this all on her own. And I think her talking to Meredith is really going to help her be like, okay, I need to tell him. Yeah.
She could only talk to room service ladies for so long.
I know.
Yeah.
You're going to rack up that bill.
But mine, I actually kind of mentioned mine earlier. Mine is from Cece when she was talking to Maggie, about what big questions do you have? And Maggie was so focused on Jackson, and it was like, no, what big questions do you have for you? And I just thought about that with relationships and women. Sometimes we always kind of start to put our focus on, well, if something's going wrong or if it's weird, on him. Like, what is he doing? Or what does he want? What do you want?
That's so
what
true.
What are you doing? So I was low-key in
Think
that
about
place
you.
right now. So
Low-key what?
it really resonated with you.
She's like,
No, I
that
felt
speaks
that.
to me.
In my soul.
I need you.
Cece is the love doctor.
Right? So that was my cure moment. It really did cure me. It was like, you
Yes.
know what? What are my big
Marie's going to go home tonight and make a list.
Yep.
Love it. We should all.
Oh gosh.
should.
Yes.
Okay, so we also have some news tonight before we get into predictions.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Okay. Honestly, I need to talk about how when we watch the preview for next week and they say, hey, Meredith, your dad's back and he's dying. Is that what they, or he's sick or whatever?
I guess
Well,
sick.
we all looked at each other and we're like, is he still living?
Yeah.
Because and then it clicked and he is, but we haven't heard from him in so
In so
long.
long.
Her dad's
I-
Cyrus Bean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
don't even know where to go with that, but
Yeah,
the prediction
I
is he's
decided
back
that.
because we know he
Yeah.
is, and oh my goodness, that's going to bring back some feelings.
Yeah.
Are we doing news
Yeah,
or
let's do,
predictions?
yeah, I was gonna say, let's do
Predictions?
news.
We're doing news?
Yeah.
Oh. I got that.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Pause
I do
that
have
predict.
some news. I should have known from the little soundbite we have there. Okay,
I said prediction,
so
but
my
news before
basically we just we have a little Sarah Drew news. So apparently she was on, I don't know who she was talking to, but she was interviewed. Oh, I think it was an ET exclusive. Basically, they were just talking about her exit and how she was kind of unhappy with it. She just said that she thought her storyline wrap up was a little bit rushed. She felt like it wasn't really earned because she just didn't get enough time, which makes sense. Watching
Yeah.
it back, she was a huge character, and
Yeah.
yeah. And then Krista Vernoff, the producer, had said they left her storyline open because, you know, the door's open. She
Right.
might be able to come back in the future. But Sarah said, I had to put that to rest the way they, like, wrote me off and everything. I had to put the character to bed.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
doesn't want to come back.
I mean, I'm not mad at her for it. I felt like her and Arizona's departure was just very rushed.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, it was not.
And I think they could have had separate send-offs.
yeah, I
Yeah.
do too. I just,
I wasn't happy with it. I don't blame her.
Yeah, I
Arizona's
don't
was
blame her
even
at all.
worse
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you think about it, because
Yeah.
it was April's wedding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like that.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So that means no J-Roll, though, for all the fans.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff.
J.
Yeah,
Cole is
I'm sorry.
done,
It's actually
so-
We're
done.
just as
Yeah.
sad.
Jackie needs to be done as well.
Mm.
We need a new love interest for Meredith, for Jackson, and Maggie. Who else? That's it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New love interest.
Yeah,
people
everyone
that write
else
for
is
Grey's Anatomy.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, is that it for news?
Mhm.
Meredith's story?
Nope,
or-
that's it.
That's it for news? Okay, so now we're going to our predictions.
I'm ready.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So, yeah, Thatcher's back. There it is. He's probably going to die. She's going to lose another person.
Yeah. I think with that, we're going to see some. It's going to get real. Because
Yeah.
Meredith really is. She's in a different place
Mhm.
than where she was the last time she saw her dad.
Mhm.
So I think they're going to have like a really good heart to heart. He's going to be a little standoffish in the beginning, but I think
Does
she's going to break
he
through
even
to
know
him.
she has 3 kids now?
Probably
Like, he's a
not.
granddaddy?
Did
Yeah.
he even know about
I don't know. I can't remember. It
Yeah.
might have been while it was all going on. He just, like, got up and
Yeah,
left.
he just
So
disappeared. He
Yeah.
may
That's
not
gonna be a
know all
tough
that.
one for her.
Yeah.
It is. It really is. I think my prediction will have to be with Amelia and Owen
yeah.
and Teddy. She's definitely going to tell him next week. And I don't see him handling it particularly well. But yeah, I don't find him being like extremely happy at all. But yeah, I don't think he's going to have a decision as far as their relationship goes, and I think he'll want her to stay in America and not go back to
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I don't think he would leave. Because he also has an obligation
that might
to.
be a long game, like a
Yeah.
long storyline about
Yeah.
her wanting to go back if they
Yeah.
don't end up together, and then he'd be like, "That's my baby."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't, like, Teddy feels like, oh, as soon as she tells Owen, even knowing about Amelia, oh, he's going to choose me. We don't know that.
Yeah, like
You
that
don't
was
know
another
that.
thing that I didn't like about
Yeah.
like what she was saying, where she was just like, "Yeah, my whole life I'm gonna wonder if he's with me because of the baby or because he loves me," and it's like, well,
Yeah,
how
but
do you
you
even know
don't
he's gonna
know.
be
Yeah,
with
you
you?
don't
may
know
find
that.
out about
Yeah.
the baby and just be focused on that. Okay, what do we do? And not
How
even
can we co-parent?
consider,
Yeah.
a relationship with you.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm really interested to, or either
How
he's
it's
gonna be like,
gonna
"I
go.
can't be with either of you. I need
Yeah,
to
I
like."
need my space.
It's gonna be something.
Just me and Leo.
Just me and the kids.
Interesting. Okay. I think for next episode, we're going to see, because like with Jackson and Maggie, her focus is going to be into her work more.
Mm-hmm.
They're both going to be focused on other things, and they're going to start to drift apart. But we're going to first kind of get a little bit of it next week's episode. Yeah. They're not going to break up right away, but we're going to start to see them kind of drifting apart. Yeah.
All right. I'm with that. I am with that.
Well, those are our predictions for next week. Make sure you guys join us next week for another after show for Grey's Anatomy. I am LMarie. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at LMarie TV.
Hey guys, I am Chelsea Stark Jones. You can find me on Instagram at C_S Jones and everything else I'm doing at ChelseaStarkJones.com.
Hey guys, I'm your host Krista Flentje, and you can find me all over social media at Krista Flentje.
Bye. See y'all next week.
Bye guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.